Hi folks, welcome back to the shop. Today I want to talk about this Klein Tools adjustable length screwdriver. You can see here it's the model number 32619 right here on the handle, okay? And if you also notice on the handle, it's made in the USA, okay? Now this tool I found very handy. It adjusts from 4 inches all the way out to 8 inches. So you get a long bit screwdriver or a shorter screwdriver. Now if I look here, you can see the maxed length that's marked on the screwdriver. Right there, max length. It's got a little line right here that tells you, okay? And it's got a number 2 Phillips on one end, okay? And if you extend it out, remove the bit, flip it around, you get a flat or a 1/4 inch, right there it's labeled, a 1/4 inch spade bit on this end, all right? So if I pull this cullet out on here, it allows me to push the bit in, right? If I pull it down towards the handle, releases the bit so you can extend it out for that long reach handle that you might be looking for, right? So if I pull it up, bit goes in, push it down, bit comes out. Again, you can flip it around, 2 ends on it. I'm going to lift up on that ring here on the handle, slide the tool or the screwdriver right back in. Now, like I said, it's 4 inches when it's all the way in. You can see with the handle, this screwdriver is about 9 1/4 inches. See if I can show that here a little bit better. About 9 1/4 in length. But what I like about this screwdriver is it really kind of has another feature. Now I bought it so I would always have a long shank screwdriver with me and not have to carry one specifically for that purpose, right? I'd have this tool in there. But the side benefit of this is you can take out this bit and you can run anything that has a typical connection or a 1/4 inch hex that fits into an impact, right? So if I can put this in my 1/4 inch impact, it goes right in. But if I release it, I come over to this handle, right? Lift up on the cullet, drop in this, and now I can turn these nuts, right? And have it run this nut runner. I could put an individual bit here on the end if I wanted to, because that's the nature of this socket set that Klein has come out with. So I can put this right on the end there and turn bits. If you don't know, this thing's got 2 settings here. You can adjust it out for a bit, right? Turn the bits on there. If you want to, so there it is inserted. I pull it down, releases it just like it does the big handle. I can put it down. I want to run just say an extension. Same thing, lift up on the collar, insert it, take an individual bit. I got this T25 Torx bit, I think, or some sort of Torx. And you can see now I can drive these individual 1/4 inch, 1 inch bits, okay? 1/4 inch hex, 1 inch long bit. And it can turn all of them in the bag, anything I have in my bit set. So I can do that extension, for example. Pull it down and release it. Or I can go out to even a longer extension, right? Put this guy into work. Put it in this handle, lift up, go in. Now I've got this really long extension from Irwin. It's a locking extension, so I can lock bits in here. Let's go back and get our hex bit here. Push that down. And now the bit's locked in there. It's not going anywhere, right? Pull it down, eject it. So very handy. Let me put something longer in there. We'll try. Yeah, see that locks the bit in there, and you can see it's not coming out. So if you're working in a location where you've got to retrieve that bit and you want to be able to pull the handle out and make sure you don't leave your bit behind, that's what's great about this locking bit. You know, in addition to the fact it's got a long extension, that's why this Irwin bit is in the bag. And I'll have a link to this screwdriver and of course all of these products in the description. You can see here it's a foot long, right? 12 inch bit extension on the Irwin. But the point is the tool has this handle, and this tool has a lot of versatility in addition to having its own functionality of being a long and short screwdriver. So it's 4 screwdrivers in one is my view, right? So I'll find myself using this just as a standard number 2 Phillips quite a bit when I want to use a manual screwdriver. You know, grab this guy, use it, and then in the event that I need to extend and have a long-handled screwdriver, I'm not reaching in the bag and grabbing another one. I can just go right here and set it. And again, it has a line on there that shows you the max setting, literally, right? Right there in the handle, see the max and the line. And it's got the same thing on this end, right? If I can get there, yeah. P2 marked out here clearly on the end, max there. So really just a nice screwdriver in its own right. The only thing that would be nicer about it from my perspective is if, you know, it had a round shank to it, you know, but that's really not possible with this tool's design, right? Here's a long screwdriver, and of course the round shank is just very handy. And I do prefer, you know, round shank for, you know, let's say you're opening up a dining room light chain when you're hanging a dining room light. That's a lot of times what I'll use this for, along with the pliers wrench you can bend open that link without damaging the link, right? Whereas this one has hard edges, and you know, you fall in one of these corners, you'll damage the finish on the dining light, right? But anyway, it's always like a nice round shank screwdriver. One of the biggest things we're looking for in these screwdrivers, any screwdriver, is just like this one here. You know, you want a tip ideally. You can't always get that, but the tip of the screwdriver is no bigger than the shaft itself, right? So if you're putting this in a recessed compartment or recessed hole, it's going to be able to reach down and turn the fastener with no problem because the bit doesn't get in the way. This Klein accomplishes that to some degree. You can see here it extends down and keeps its same size until it gets to this 1/4 inch hex. So a little bit of recessed part here, but that's the only thing that, you know, would be better about carrying. My point is, it's the only thing really better about carrying a nice standard long shank screwdriver like this made in the USA screwdriver here from Craftsman. But with that said, it's really just handy to have. I've been surprised, and I've also been surprised at how much interest people have had in this. I think it's a tool that's not really talked about very much, that really should have a lot more attention. It's just kind of one of those tools that you sort of find, and it's kind of a sleeper tool. I think that if more people knew about it, they would definitely use it. And I've seen a lot of interest in it. Love the fact it's right there on the shank, right? Klein Tools USA 32/618. Really nice handle, feels good in the hand. But yeah, I just find this is just handy in general. So I've got a standard screwdriver with me, but I've got, you know, 4 screwdrivers in one, long shank, short shank screwdriver. And again, you can run all these different bits. You know, I can even run this, you know, 3.5 inch Milwaukee bit, right? Because it has that standard 1/4 inch hex in there. Of course, you got to pull out to get it to go in, locks in, right? Pull down the ring, out it comes. So, really great tool from Klein. Find it to be really handy. I think you would too. I'll have, like I said, a link to this in the description of some of these other products. And if you have a screwdriver you like better, especially for long shank, let me know in the comments what you think. Or if you like this screwdriver, you might be picking one of these up. Let me know that too. Please also remember to like and subscribe. It helps me keep bringing this content to you. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next video.